stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome. It is Phil's Gang. Today is a special edition of Phil's Gang because they raised rates once again. This will be the third time over 2 years, but only the third time in 8 years. It's unbelievable. Yellen raised rates, and here's what she had to say.
Today, the Federal Open Market Committee decided to raise the target range for the federal funds rate by 1/4 percentage point. Our decision to make another gradual reduction in the amount of policy accommodation reflects the progress the economy has made.
Yeah, and she said this.
The economy been doing nicely.
But when you look at the numbers, she raised rates into some of the worst economic numbers ever. We now have the highest national debt, the unfunded debt, put them both together, $220 trillion, both our national debt and our unfunded obligations. We have the highest consumer debt ever. We have the highest household debt ever, and she's raising rates. This is going to hurt people. She's raising rates when people are struggling with their credit cards. We never had so many people pay minimum on their credit cards. Ever. That's ever. So she raises rates into that. She's going to increase payments on car loans. But we now have the highest subprime auto loan delinquency since 2009. Student loans, your commercial loans, and commercial bankruptcies are up big time. The biggest since 2008. But she's going to raise rates anyways, and she did. She's raising rates into the weakest manufacturing and construction spending since 2011. She's raising rates into the lowest annual payroll growth in 20 years. And 5 straight months of decline in durable goods orders, which tells us how well the economy is doing looking out. And productivity, terrible. Same thing tells us about looking out what wages are doing. How can she, with a straight face, deliver a rate hike? With a straight face. With these terrible economic numbers, this terrible economic data. Because she's just covering her butt. Because she keeps on lying and lying about how the economy is doing well. She keeps that narrative going. Because she knows most people do not look at the economic numbers. They don't even know what the economic numbers were. In fact, if people looked at the economic numbers and they looked at the budget, what this congressman agreed to spend, 60% of all the tax dollars that go to Washington goes into defense spending. 60%, that's outrageous. There should be 1 million people in Washington protesting that. Not these other stupid things they protest. 60% of all the tax revenue, 60% of our budget. No wonder our bridges are falling apart. Our roads are falling apart. And here's what gets me. That's nearly $4 trillion or $256 trillion each year over 17 years. And yet, are you kidding me? We spent $4 trillion and we cannot beat a bunch of guys in back of 20-year-old Toyotas with sandals on? What are you, nuts? 17 years. We can't defeat them? Sure we could. We could defeat them in 10 minutes. But the industrial complex, the military industrial complex, making too much money. The profits are so big. Our congressman Look at Dodd when he was a congressman, a senator from Connecticut. He took more kickbacks from these defense contractors in Connecticut than anyone in history. Something like $3.2 trillion, million dollars. I keep getting the trillions and billions mixed up. McCain's taking money. They all take money. So here she raises rates. And you got to love what they tell you. I mean, the excuses they give you are just lies. But I want you to think about this. Let me show you the proof she's lying. Why did Greenspan, over 2 years, from 2004 to 2006, raise rates 17 times in 2 years to bring the Fed rate from the all-time low of 1% then to 5.2%? When on B, you take the same 2-year period, brings the Fed rate from an all-time low of near 0 to 0.75%. What? We had 3 rates in 2 years, but yet, and we only are at 0.75%, and yet Greenspan in that same 2-year period did 17 of them and brought us from 1% to 5.25%. See, the problem is rates have been too low for too long, and it's killing our economy. Or think of it this way: 3 rate hikes. Now we're at 0.75% over 8 years, and they're telling us the economy is doing nicely.
The economy's been doing nicely.
How can you say that with a straight face? It's doing nicely when you take your interest rates from an all-time low of 1% to 5.2% over 2 years. Not when you take them from 0 to 0.75% over 2 years, or how about over 8 years? That proves the economy is not doing well at all. Different sectors are, sure, like the defense sector. Are you kidding? Grabbing 60% of all our money we send in. Oh, and by the way, they're going to increase the $256 billion this year by another $50 billion. Are you nuts? And they give us all these reasons why they're going to raise rates. According to CNBC, according to Fox, all these financial jibber-jabbers, these experts that you see on these shows, their pompadour hairdos, their cheap suits. And they tell us the unemployment rate at 4.3% is at the lowest level since 2001. A lie. Real unemployment rate, according to our government. The payroll tax, that's what you look at. You want to know what our real unemployment is? Go to the payroll tax. Everybody's got to pay payroll tax. It's 18%. We have 100 million people unemployed. Even Trump as a candidate said that the rate hike was much higher. Much higher.
You know, it's a phony statistic when they say 5.4%. Right. It's a phony reporting system where they can say 5.4. I always say 20, 21% unemployment.
Exactly. This is crazy. Financial markets, they say, and real estate asset valuations have soared. That's why we got to raise rates. Another lie. Stocks have rallied, yes, 256% since 2009, but not as a result of our economic growth, not as a result of our economy growing to 3.5%, 4% like it did under Reagan and like it did under Clinton and under Bush, 3.5%, 4%. No, we're less than 2%. Our stocks went up 256%, but our economy didn't grow because it's fake. Because what are they doing? They're buying their own stock back. They keep printing money, keep buying their own stock back. It's engineered. They're printing money and engineering and injecting trillions of dollars into the stock market to push them up artificially. It's unbelievable. And yes, she's raising rates. When we get back, we're going to talk about some stocks, what stocks you should be looking at, and how to take advantage of this and make some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software, I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Best 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Best is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
I have learned so much.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best.
And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Phil Grandy here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. To all my listeners in San Francisco, I want to reach out and thank you all for listening on Business Radio KDOW, KDOW 1220 AM.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you could tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you could put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Listen, I'm telling you, we may see going into the interest rate hike where they sell into it. And that's right, and they're doing it right now. They're selling right into the rally. Now, welcome back to Phil's Gang. If you want to join my gang, you can call 877-600-GANG. Call now, and you'll get your free chart, your color-coded charts, $29.95, but you get it free for a month. Well, it still lasts, I guess I should say. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Now, this is interesting. So there is going to be an opportunity in gold. It's pulling back right now, which is good news. And here's what's happened. On Friday, when all of a sudden, as you remember, over the weekend, we had the UK election. They didn't like the turnout. What happened? So everybody dumped the euro and started to buy the dollar. First thing Monday morning, they get all the cheerleaders out. When they see the dollar going up, which is usually a signal of a stronger economy, and when you raise rates, a signal of a strong economy, and they started to cheerlead saying, look at this, the dollar's up, the yield is up, that strong means a strong economy, and we got a rate hike coming, that means a strong economy, and everybody dumped their gold and started to buy bank stocks. We did too. And we did very well with the bank stocks. But I also said we got to be very careful because this could unravel. This could unravel. So because everybody is identifying that this is a terrible idea. Because you can't keep raising rates into an economy that is not growing. People can't make their payments already, so now they're going to raise their rates. Now the payments are going to increase. That means they have less cash. They're already getting hurt because of the terrible cost of health care. A lot of counties now don't only have one provider, so they're really screwing you. So when this starts getting, it's going to take a couple weeks. It's going to filter through. And then what's going to happen? The economy can't grow. It's not going to grow. It can't. They can't. I don't care how much money they spend, what they call deficit spending, print and spend more money than they take in. If they don't get the tax cuts, the economy is not going to grow. Even if they get the tax cuts, it's still going to be very hard to grow the economy because of the size of debt we have. Most of the time, you can cut taxes if you have a big enough tax cut. That'll boost your revenues by 60%, your tax revenues, into the coffers of our government, and they can take that money as long as they target it towards growth programs, not green jobs, but real jobs. Then you can start growing the economy. But there was such a mess left behind, it's going to be almost impossible. It's been 8 years with no job growth. So even if he gets lucky, it's going to be very, very tough to do. Once they start sorting this all out in the next week, they're going to realize that this rate hike was wrong. They're going to start dumping bank stocks because what's going to happen, the yields on the 10-year Treasury is going to start dropping. And the yields started to drop today. And then now once they made the announcement, of course, the yields went back up, gold shot down, and you would expect that once they make the announcement. That's the emotion of the rate hike. But as things settle out, the stock market right now should be up 127 points. It's only up 12. They're trying to hold it up with duct tape. When you have a rate hike, your market doesn't go up 10 points. It's been going from 10 points to negative 10 points. So we got to just wait, and then you'll get your opportunity. They're telling you the other day that why don't you take your Caterpillar, your John Deere, all those, and start buying these. Because everybody's going to go to these kind of stocks. They're going to go to the cyclical stocks. You watch what happens. That's all going to change. They're going to switch and go back to non-cyclical stocks like Coke and Pepsi on the defensive. You just got to be a little patient, and this will unravel. And then you'll see the bank stocks going back down, gold stocks going up. You'll see Ford going back down instead of going up, and you'll see Pepsi going back up. You just got to relax, let things settle out, and that's what I do for my gang. So, again, we're going to have a tremendous opportunity. Oil. We started to see oil climb when they made those last Friday. Oil started to climb. Why? Why would oil climb? Everybody's saying. We got so much oil, I mean, it's coming out of our ears. Well, they're saying, well, look at the economy's going to grow because she's raising rates. She wouldn't raise rates unless the economy was doing nicely. So that means you need oil for lipstick and plastic bags. You need oil for everything. So people started to buy oil. So what happened today? Oil started to go the other way. Started to go back down after it went up. So everything is starting to reverse itself, except for gold. Okay? So just be patient, and you're going to be some wonderful, wonderful opportunities. Where you also could find an opportunity, though, with rates, is in Allstate insurers like Allstate. That could be a great opportunity, what we call a power stock. And I'll show my gang, if you want to join the gang and follow me on my color-coded chart with ALL, Allstate, you could. I think that's one of the stocks that will probably be, that will do well in this rate hike. Most insurance will. But bank stocks, look at Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley, we had a big move on Morgan Stanley, and now it's selling off. Same thing with J.P. Morgan, now selling off. So everything's starting to reverse, so just be patient, and we're going to have some great opportunities. We really are. So the dollar is moving up on the announcement, but watch what happens in the next couple of days, how that will reverse. I just so convinced of that. We just gotta be a little patient here. Okay, so going back to her reasons, we'll go over them. And when I go through these reasons, you're going to find every one of the reasons is crazy. She's lying on every one of them. We'll be right back after this break. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Get your free chart for 30 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus, and so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
With Father's Day just around the corner, this is a great opportunity to show Dad or the man in your life how much you really care about them with a philsgang.com membership. For only $39.95 a month, you can give Dad the gift that keeps giving throughout the year. With the Phil's Gang membership, you will be in tune and up to the minute with the stock market. You'll know when to buy and when to short stocks. You get Phil's and true and honest market analysis and commentary. Most of all, Dad will thank you for the profits he's making with Phil's Gang. So skip the flashy tie, the fancy razor, and the overpriced golf balls, and make it a special day for Dad every day of the year with a philsgang.com membership. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com to sign up or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. The redneck definition of term limits was taken seriously today by 66-year-old James Hodgkins, tried to kill, do you believe this? The representative from Louisiana, Stephen Scalia. I mean, this is crazy. The hate for Republicans, this is all generated through, and this is a Bernie Sanders supporter and pal. I mean, the hate by these liberals, and they keep churning it and putting the heat up and burning. We were so lucky that they had police all over that stadium today. If they didn't, there would have been a bloodbath. There would have been 20, 30 of these people been killed. Just so fortunate. Just so fortunate the police were there. If they weren't, this would have been a terrible thing. But this is being stirred every day by Hillary Clinton. I mean, you see any of these liberals who get on TV, they're so hateful. So hateful. It's unbelievable. Let's move on. Let's make some money. How's that? Okay? All right. First of all, let me play for you this cut. This is why we use charting. Okay? Why we don't care about market caps or PE ratios or return on assets or any of that stuff. And let me tell you, I'm 70 years old, and I've been doing this for over 40 years now. And I've been on both sides of the market when you had to rely on revenue, when you had to rely on fundamentals. I can tell you, it doesn't work anymore. Stocks don't go up for the reasons they're supposed to go up. It's rigged, just like the military complex is rigged. It's rigged. But that's okay. You can make a lot of money with a rigged stock market. You just got to be on the right side. Just stop looking at the fundamentals. Stop listening to this crap.
Hey, Kramer, know your opinion on Insight.
I would tell you that you should be a buyer of Insight because I think the product pipeline is terrific, and I don't care if the stock looks like it's going down.
You know what he said? He thinks it's terrific. I'd be a buyer, he says. It's terrific. Terrific? The institutions are pulling the money out. It's red. Are you kidding? I'll tell you when to buy INCY, if you're a gang member of mine. We wait until the institutions put money. Does it make sense to wait for T. Rowe Price to put money in instead of taking it out? Doesn't it make sense? I mean, he's telling people to get into stock, and Bank of New York Mellon's taking money out. J.P. Morgan Chase is taking money out. Franklin Research is taking money. He tells you to get in. Oh, if you got deep pockets, you can take a 15% hit, hold on it for 20, 30 years, maybe 20% hit. But who's got those kind of pockets? Just these crooks in Wall Street. I don't. You don't. I'm sure you don't. So a chart is a wonderful thing because it now tells you one thing. Are the smartest guys in the room putting their money up, or are they taking their money out? How more simple is that? That's exactly what I designed for a chart, and you get it for free for 30 days. Just join my gang. Here's another one.
Broadcom, Avago, AVGO, and that stock actually is still a good value.
What?
They have M&A synergies. They just blew away the quarter, a beat and a raise. They got a buyback. They've got a ton of cash.
Oh, they got a ton of cash. Who cares? They got a ton of. They got a buyback, a ton of cash. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. Nothing. Take a look at it. The stock is. They're pulling money out of this left and right. The stock went from, I'll give you the date here. My gang bought this stock. The gang members who buy this stock all the time, they bought this on May 1st, May 2nd. It was right around $222 because, again, it was green. Just turned green by about a month, almost 2 months. It was red for 2 months. And then it went up and it turned red at $255. Got a beautiful 14% gain, but they didn't have to know anything about the stuff she's talking about. Listen again.
Broadcom, Avago, AVGO, and that stock actually is still a good value. They have M&A synergies. It's
got M&A synergies. Don't you love the way these elitists throw out these terms? They love these buzzwords. Synergy. It's got synergy. What the hell is synergy? Does anybody know? Synergy, profit pipeline. No, that's not what's going on. They're taking their money out. It's unbelievable. And you want to know why people left Wall Street? They love throwing these words around. The words I want to throw around is this. Money is going out of this stock. That's all you need to know. You're my gang member. And what I'll do is when I sell it, I'll tell you. And then you follow me. When I buy it, I tell you, and you follow me. The best thing for most of you to do is be following the exchange-traded funds, especially the spiders. If you just stay in the spiders and listen to me, and when I buy them, you buy. When I get out, you get out. And every day I do it on all these exchange-traded funds I'm in. I do a video, and you just copy exactly what I'm doing. Now, like I say, there's a couple stocks today that will benefit from this ridiculous rate hike. Aflac. We'll watch those in the next couple of days. If that can break out to about 78, 80, and we get the right volume, right energy, that could be good. Allstate. That could be another good one, what we call a power stock. So there are some stocks today that you want to pay attention to with this phony, everything is good, let's raise rates. So we got the market right now going back and forth. It's negative, then it's rallying, then it's negative, then it's rallying. It's down 10, then up 30, then down 20, then up 40, then down it's 30 up. You got to let this market settle down because the confusion is, how could she raise rates into a bad economy? You know what's really funny is this. She says that the reason why she's raising rates because financial and real estate asset valuations have soared. Well, wait a minute. That doesn't mean it's right. The financial market has soared 256% because it's been rigged, it's been front-loaded. That's why. Are you kidding? And now they're saying, well, real estate assets the values have soared. No, they haven't. They've gone up for one reason. Because the Dodd-Frank bill made sure that the banks, the savings banks, the community banks wouldn't lend you wouldn't give you a mortgage. They made sure that the banks had to put so much money in reserve, there wasn't enough money to lend, so to discourage you from going into the bank and asking for a loan, they'd raise rates. So that meant there was very, very few houses that were on the market to begin with, remember, because remember what Obama did? He took all the home foreclosures, gave them to his hedge fund buddies on Wall Street, the fat cats, and they bought them all, so there was no inventory left. And then because builders couldn't go in and borrow money from the banks because the banks were told to put all the money into reserves, so they couldn't build inventory. It didn't go up because the economy was doing good. Prices went up because there was less inventory for the wrong reasons. Not because if the economy was growing at 3.5% and the prices were going up, yeah, let's cheer for that. But when the prices are going up, the economy's not growing, your wages aren't going up, what are you, nuts? And now she raises rates into that? She's an idiot. An idiot. Then she says wage growth. Job growth remains steady. What? Job growth remains... That's why she says she's raising rate. Job growth remains steady. Steady? Steadily bad. There's been no job growth. Even the BLS, the government agency, confirmed during the Obama administration, 92% of his 15 million jobs that he claimed to create were fake jobs put in by a fake metric system called birth death metric system. 92% of the jobs were totally fake. The government's even saying that. And the 8% that were true jobs, 72.3% were low wage, terrible jobs. Wage growth? Are you nuts? Where? There's no wage growth. But she's saying she's raising rates because of wage growth. Show me wage growth. We'll be right back with a lot more. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Get your free chart right now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
With Father's Day just around the corner, this is a great opportunity to show Dad or the man in your life how much you really care about them with a philsgang.com membership. For only $39.95 a month, you can give Dad the gift that keeps giving throughout the year. With the Phil's Gang membership, you will be in tune and up to the minute with the stock market. You'll know when to buy and when to short stocks. You get Phil's and true and honest market analysis and commentary. Most of all, Dad will thank you for the profits he's making with Phil's Gang. So skip the flashy tie, the fancy razor, and the overpriced golf balls, and make it a special day for Dad every day of the year with a philsgang.com membership. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com to sign up or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you can tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you can put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Join my gang. Here's number 877-600-GANG. Get your free color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell. And then why don't you follow me if you're very, very busy, don't have time for any of this. Follow me on my chart. And when I buy the exchange-traded funds, which is the best thing for people who don't have time, not individual stocks. If you don't want individual stocks, you got to learn something. You got to get a little education, and we provide that. But if you're very busy, then you just follow me in the exchange-traded funds that I personally buy myself, and you copy what I do. And just follow your chart with my chart. So easy. So sign up, get your free chart. That's a $29.95 value. That will be free. You get that with your sign up until I stop doing that. Okay, so here's the number again, 877-600-GANG, or go to my site, philsgang.com, and click on the promo code FREEMV2. Okay, talk about lying. Listen to this.
Economic growth appears to have rebounded, resulting in a moderate pace of growth so far this year. Household spending, which was particularly soft earlier this year, has been supported by solid fundamentals, including ongoing improvement in the job market and relatively high levels of consumer sentiment and wealth.
So she's saying there's consumer sentiment is terrific and wealth is unbelievable. Wealth? And she turns around and says how what's improved was the household spending. Well, how could that be when household debt is at the highest ever at $13 trillion? And get this, and we've never had. Think about it. We got now the lowest monthly increase in consumer credit. You can't get credit, but she's saying, "Oh, people are all enthused." How can you be enthused when you can't get credit to buy anything? And you got household debt at $13 trillion. You got consumer debt at $60 trillion. Credit cards are tapped out. People can't make their car payments. She's a liar. She's a liar.
Business investment has continued to expand.
Business investment expanding? No, it's not. We have the highest amount of commercial business bankruptcy since 2008. The banks won't even loan you money if you're a business because of the Frank Dodd rule. Because the Frank Dodd rule told the banks to put more money in reserve. And because that's been going on for, 6 years now, it's destroyed the economy. And it's also hurt us because the interest rates have been so low for too long, it's hurt the economy. Because there's no savings. The people don't have any incentive to save. She's just a bold-faced liar. It's unbelievable. So, that's why, again, you can't listen to these people. And you can't listen to the people on these TV programs, these financial people. It's all pump, 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 pump. Everything's terrific. She's got to make a case. So, what we're going to watch in the next few days, like I said, we can take advantage of ALL is the symbol for insurance, Allstate, and AFL. Those two should be good stocks. So you join the gang and you can follow me with those. We're also going to start watching gold. And gold and oil are now getting hit, which is good. That's good news because that means we can pick these stocks up even at a lower point. And we're going to watch the yield on the 10-year Treasury. And as that yield keeps on dropping, that's telling us time to start buying the gold. You just got to be patient while this unravels. Now, they're going to be cheerleading this thing, okay, as much as they can. But we're going to make sure we're in the right stocks. They're telling you to be in Ford. They're telling you to get out of Pepsi, be in Ford. Get out of Coke, be in GM. If that's the case and they want to run these stocks up for a while, that's fine. I'm not going to fight it. We think I'm going to sit there and fight it? Of course not. We don't fight them. That's the beautiful thing about being a chartist. You lose your opinion. The minute the market opens, you lose your opinion. And when it turns green, if it goes up, even though you feel everything is wrong, you follow the money and you buy it. Money comes out, same thing. Look, this country, the big thing she's talking about is they're spending money. What she's not telling you, it's cost people more when they go to a store to buy. If they spent $100 a month ago for groceries, they're now spending $125. And she comes out and says, "Oh, look, at consumers are really doing well. Instead of spending $100, they spend $125." Well, she's making it sound like they're doing so well and they're so happy they're buying more. They're not buying more. They're buying less, costs more. Inflation keeps going up. Go to a movie. Got to mortgage your house to get a popcorn and soda, for God's sakes. What are you, nuts? But what's killing this country, and nobody wants to talk about, and you better smarten up, is the $235 billion that we spend each year on the military, on the industrial complex. It's killing us. We don't need to spend that kind of money. We don't need to spend that kind of money. Are you kidding? And they're going to put bigger blindfolds on this so we don't see it. Look, the majority of Americans, like myself, I don't oppose taking some of my tax dollars to go to defense. I don't care. But when you get to a point that 60% of our budget, 60% of the money we send in goes to the military, are you crazy? $235 billion a year goes to Boeing and GE, Lockheed Martin. There's about 25 of them. It's robbery. Try to wrap your head around this thought. as I said, how can for 17 years we spend $4 trillion on defense and yet we can't defeat a bunch of guys running around in sandals and 20-year-old Toyotas? What are you, nuts? Look, I don't look. I'm like the next guy. I want to make sure our country's safe, but aren't we overdoing it? I mean, give me a break. I'm for defense spending. Yeah, it's crucial to our security, but so is it infrastructure, safe bridges, safe roads, power grids, hospitals, schools, airports. But we're letting them crumble because we're giving money to the Congress. Remember, these Congress they're in bed with these guys. We can't fix our hospitals, our bridges, and our schools because 60% of our entire budget for 17 years has been going to the industrial complex and to our crooked congressmen, especially the Republicans. You notice how nobody ever complains about it? The Republicans never complain about the 60%, the bloated defense budget. Are you nuts? And now they're going to increase it by another $50 billion? Why would they? Why would they? Their corporate defense donors will keep blowing through trillions and trillions of our tax dollars, building a war machine. Not because we need it, because it's very profitable for these defense contractors, the lobbyists, and for our congressmen like Frank Dodd, who made more money than anybody else taking kickbacks. He's now retired. He's the head of the Hollywood TV programming or whatever he does down there. There is a think tank. You know how you hear about think tanks? They're so crooked, these think tanks. There's a think tank called Mitchell Institute. What it is they do all the research. And guess who belongs to the Mitchell Institute? All the generals and all the big brass who worked for the U.S. Air Force who were attached to companies like Lockheed Martin, GE, and Northrop. So when the Air Force gave a GE a contract, well, one of the generals would be attached to GE. One of the generals would be attached to Northrop to oversee the contract, which, of course, they never get because guess where they want to go when they retire? To Mitchell Institute, because Mitchell Institute is supported by Boeing and GE and Northrop. So when there's an overrun, they just sign it off because they know they're going to go work for Mitchell Institute. Well, here's what happened. Give you an example how crooked. Now they're asking for $50 billion more when all of a sudden they got an okay for 100 new bombers. And then all of a sudden one of the lobbyists and they awarded to Northrop for 100 bombers. Then all of a sudden they said the lobbyists came back from Northrop Grumman and said, gee, they meant they needed 200 of them. What do you mean they needed 200 of them? Oh, the think tank Mitchell Institute, here's the report saying why they need 200 when they only needed 100. So they put the contract through for 200. We need 100. And these are the same guys. This Mitchell Institute is also, remember, tied to the Air Force Association. And that's all staffed by retired Air Force personnel who depends on these contributions from Northrop. Are you nuts? Look, let's make some money together. Join my gang. Get your free chart. 877-600-GANG. Do it today.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.